Hello, I am here with Chuck Kuniewich, is it pronounced correct?
Yep.
And you are running for state rep in what district?
3rd Middlesex, Bolton, Hudson, Maynard, and Stowe.
Now, I understand you're a small businessman. What got you running for state rep?
Well, it all started because of a phone call that I made. I owned a small business on the Rhode Island line.
What kind of small business is it?
I sold pet supplies.
All right.
And when Massachusetts voted to raise the sales tax, I noticed a decrease in my business, and so I started asking the few remaining Rhode Islanders who came up why they no longer shopped, and they said that little 2% differential was enough to get people to cross the line, but now we throw it away, so they don't come. So I called my state representative, and I asked...
And who is the person, your opponent?
My state representative is Kate Hogan, Democrat. So I asked her, she voted to raise the sales tax, and I asked her very, very politely and very nicely that, you did that, you must know something I don't know. So how does voting to raise the sales tax promote more business? And she point blankly said, it doesn't. And I said, but you voted for it. Why would you do something that doesn't help business? And she said it was a very difficult decision, and as I can well imagine, she got calls from both sides of the question. And I said, you got people telling you to raise the sales tax? And she said, yes, I did. I'm like, well, isn't that interesting? Who could that possibly be? And she said, well, ultimately it was a very difficult decision, but she decided that it was more important to help poor people.
Now, so it helps poor people if it costs more to buy their pet food.
Well, it's not just the pet food, it's everything. And so I'm like, this is like crazy. And I said to her, I said, why, how does that help? And she said that it was, again, it was very difficult, but ultimately the importance was to helping poor people. So the fact remains is that she said, yeah, I know it's tough. When I confronted her on, why it makes no sense, how does that help? And she said, and I said, yeah, I know it's tough. I said, Representative, that's the stupidest answer I've ever heard. In fact, that is so stupid that I could have given a better answer than that. And I said, maybe I should run. And she said, yeah, go ahead. It's a free country. Go ahead.
Now, it's interesting. She said it was a free country, but recently you were at a public event where she was going to speak, and she couldn't speak because you were there. They actually asked you to leave. Can you tell us about that?
Oh my God, yes, that just recently happened. I went because I wanted to hear her speak on transportation. She's involved with that, and I wanted to hear what she had to say. And it was open to the public event, which I called ahead to confirm, and nobody even knew who I was when I got there. It wasn't until, she let everybody know who I was that everyone was all upset, and ultimately I was asked to leave.
Now, I understand that there was a show of hands asking whether you should be able to be allowed to stay or leave.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was.
Now, they based it on the fact that you were a candidate. I mean,
correct.
I'm just wondering if there had been a black person there or a gay person, and they said, well, let's have a show, or Catholic, let's have a show of hands. Should we make the Catholic leave, or the black leave, or the gay person leave? And the show of hands went in that direction. Would it have been proper to leave?
Oh my God! I mean, it is so equally improper. But again, because it's not politically incorrect, it was okay to send me out. I mean, I asked the representative. She said, "Why are you here?" And I said, "I'm here because I wanted to hear the information. I wanted to hear my representative speak, because even though she is my opponent, she is still my state representative, and I felt I should be allowed to hear her, particularly it being public. I am public." And she said I should go do the work on my own.
I would have thought that showing up to events and hearing what your state representative says is doing the work. Well, if you want to know, just to people listening, if you want to know why you have a Tea Party movement, you've just found out why. Now, do you have a website where people can find out about your race and contribute and so forth?
Yeah, you can email me, Chuck at votechuckk.com. That's letter K. Or you can just simply go to my website, which is votechuckk.com. votechuckk.com.
And I'm going to be a shameless capitalist. Did you? What's the name of your pet store? Do you still have it in?
Well, we had to kind of consolidate. So now we do aquarium maintenance. My business is called Office Aquariums.
And I take it President Obama helped you build this business along with Elizabeth Warren. If it wasn't for President Obama and Elizabeth Warren, you wouldn't have that business.
That is true. I have to thank them. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. Oh, excuse me. I misspoke. I'm thanking them for the reason why I'm running. There's an attitude that exists, and it's at every level, and that's why people need to get involved.
Chuck, thank you very much for your time.